My husband and I, and our daughter, of course, who's along for the ride, we decided to start this business because it was, believe it or not, it was family that says, you might as well market this. Now, the backstory to this is I started creating blends and spices because we wanted to move away from salt. So in 2019, my husband, who is fairly healthy, he does have a sweet tooth, but he is the type that, he will cycle, 1,000+ miles per year, right? In the gym all the time. Him and his friends thought it was fun to see who can lift the most, right? It's like, oh, I can do 300. What can you, right? That is the type of individual my husband was. So in 2019, Memorial Day weekend, he just started not feeling well. And we actually thought it might have been a stomach virus, right? He just got through a barbecue, maybe something sat out too long, right? But it just wasn't going away. So we ended up going to the hospital. And it was one of the scariest moments in, I think, all of our lives when they were doing the quick triage, like, let's check your blood pressure. And then the nurse stepped away. She came back about 2 minutes later. She asked my daughter and I if we could politely step aside. And next thing you know, she had my husband on a stretcher, pulling him out the room and zooming down the hallway. And when we look up, we just see a flurry of clinicians just running. And we didn't know what was happening. It was life-changing for all of us. And it was because he was in the middle of having a heart attack. So what we did find out is this was actually a birth defect that waited 40+ years to rear its head. But regardless, at that point, he became a cardiac patient, period. It didn't matter if he ate what he ate before versus, it didn't matter. And so we were instructed that sodium has to be low on the list. So what that also meant is we had to start seasoning our food differently, much differently than we have in the past. To be honest, we use seasoned salt on almost everything. That was what we did. But in that moment, we realized that, okay, we have to do something different. But we love food. We love the taste of food. And it actually opened this door for me, who is the main cook of the house, to say, how do I start finding things to make this food taste better? Because we were so used to seasoned salt, right? And it's amazing how your taste buds are trained and how they are diminished to just look for salt. And so we had to retrain ourselves by removing the salt element and putting in all these other wonderful spices and herbs. And when I said earlier about my family are the ones that says, hey, you should just market this, is that when people would come to our house, or we would prepare something, of course, we were using our salt-free mixes and my little creations. And they were like, what is that? This is good. How is it, right? And it's like, well, I just put this on there. And it became just a thing. And I would be asked, you know what, can you season this? Are you going to season this for me and bring it? Like, can you season the chicken and bring it? Right? That type of stuff. So